Guys, my name is Harry McIntosh, as shown here, and this is my Marvel Matters project on deep space, or just space in general. Anyways, to begin, everything is about perspective. Let's take a look at someone like Fisher. Yeah, Fisher. He's a pretty big guy, right? Like 6'2", 6'3", something like that. You'd consider him someone to be a big guy. At least I would. But if you look at someone like Fisher next to someone like The Rock, Fisher just looks really puny. I mean, look at him. Look at him. He looks so small. But if you look at The Rock, yeah, that little dot is The Rock. Next to something like the Earth, even The Rock looks small. Pretty intense. So it's all based on perspective. Now imagine this. The universe has to be infinite, as incomprehensible as this may be. And if it isn't, it is still constantly expanding in every direction. Think about it. If it wasn't infinite, what would it be? Would there be a wall? What would be on the other side of that wall? Nothing? Isn't that what space is, though? Just nothing? Space? That's what it's called, even. Now, if space is infinite, then that means that there's infinite possibilities. Therefore, if I could say teleport, I could go to an alternate Earth somewhere else in the universe. Since it's infinite, there has to be infinite possibilities, therefore there could be another Earth somewhere. There has to be, if you think about it. Now, what if I went to the Tennessee on that Earth? And in that Tennessee, I went to my house on that version of Earth, and then I went to my room on that version of Earth and found myself, and I stole myself's Marvel Matters project, and I teleported back to Earth. I wouldn't even have to do any work. Unfortunately, I can't actually teleport, but that would be pretty awesome, because then I wouldn't actually have to do any work. Anyways, try and imagine this. What if there was a Martian, yes, a Martian, on a planet 7 billion light years away, and he were to look into a super powerful telescope, like crazy powerful. It could see so far. And since the Earth was 7 billion light years away, and he can only see through this telescope at the speed of light, he wouldn't be seeing people. He would be seeing dinosaurs. Yes, dinosaurs. Freaky. Okay, let's picture Fisher again. Now, let's say there was someone talking to Fisher. And Fisher, he didn't respect that person. He just was against them. He just didn't like them. Because he didn't understand what they were saying. And Fisher was just like, what? What are you even saying? So Fisher got so angry at this guy. And then everyone was like, why is Fisher so angry? And he was like, Fisher, angry, yeah, mad Fisher. So Earth was so mad at Fisher, they gave him a spacesuit. Okay? They gave him, yeah, a spacesuit. And then they threw him into space. And they were like, alright, Fisher, see you later. And then, I mean, as great as it would be to lose Fisher, unfortunately we can't actually do this. No hard feelings, Fisher. But Fisher gets sent to this other Earth, well, I guess another planet, but it was like a mirror of Earth, kind of like what I said earlier, with me stealing my Marvel Matters project, but he goes on this different Earth, like, from a different area, kind of like an alternate Earth, but the only thing different was that it didn't have Fisher on it. And he gets there and he shows up, and everyone just pretends that he's like a normal person there, but they think that he's crazy because he's going on these rants about how there's a second Earth and how he comes from a different planet, and the majority just says he's crazy. Now, which Fisher is actually the original, or which planet? Is he really crazy, or are we? What if he's like the people in the streets that we hear saying the world's gonna end, coming from another planet, or people that are just crazy, but what if they're actually the right ones? It's a crazy concept, it's a crazy thing to think about. Alright, now imagine this. There's a large meteorite floating in space, made of iron, and a bunch of small meteorites made of the same material, iron, are floating around it, and they collide into it and start chipping away, and eventually the whole thing is replaced with those little pieces. Even though they're made out of the same material, is that thing still the same meteorite, even though the whole thing was replaced? Now what if you took all the scraps that you got that were chipped away, and you made a new meteorite, made out of the same material that the first one was made out of? Which one's the real meteorite? Is the first one real, or is the second one real? The first one was there originally, but it's made out of different material, but the second one was made out of the material of the first one, but it's a different meteorite, is it? It's crazy, man. All this talk about space and meteorites and what's really happening in Infinite really makes you think. What is going on? It's such a crazy concept. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed my Maryville Matters project on space. Yay!